Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today on Neo Sylphid, it's going to be Soma versus Snow. A PvZ for your Tuesday. Bottom left-hand corner, it is a red Zerg player. It is Soma. And in the bottom right, it is a blue Protoss player. His name is Snow. Oh, I'm so excited for this ZVP. These two players are excellent. Snow is a legend of Protoss, and Soma is an up-and-coming Zerg player. He has done things with Zerg that I have never seen before. Man, it's just Mutas and Lings against Terran all the way to the 20-25 minute mark. No Dark Swarm, no Plague, no Ultralisks, no Hydralisks. It makes Mutalisks look so very overpowered. I'm excited to see what he does here against a Protoss opponent that is very elite. And this is a CasterMuse replay. Got him from CasterMuse, an excellent dude who sets up Brood War tournaments. It's his Star League tournament. And in the description, you can see where to find CasterMuse and see where to support him for his tournaments as well. Alrighty then. So a gateway expand here from Snow. And what looks like a hatch first here or play here from Soma. Yep, it is. Throwing down that hatch early enough to avoid getting pro-blocked. This is a 3-player map. It is Neo Sylphid. A lot of amazing games on this map. And man, I don't know. I'm just so excited for this matchup. What's going to happen here? What's Soma going to do? How's he going to surprise me? Is the larger question, right? Because I don't know. I don't know how he's going to do it. That's what surprises are all about. Anywho, just a quick programming note. I am here 5 days a week. So if you're ever like, man, Falcon hasn't posted a Brood War cast in a while, I promise you I have, okay? I've definitely been posting 5 times a week. Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So if you ever don't see something on your homepage, or maybe don't see me in your subscriptions, that is for some reason the algorithm doing some weird stuff, alright? Anywho, Zealot moving out across the map as fast as he can. Another Zealot's on the way, so 2 Zealot before expansion here from Snow. Kind of like that. If it's a hatch first play, that means the pool's not done instantly anyway. Then you have to wait for Lings, and you have a bit of a window where you can do some Zealot stuff. And at the very least, you're going to force 8 Lings out to deal with the Zealots. And if this probe has anything to say about it, you probably need more than 8 Lings. You probably have to pull some probes to mess with it too. So, oh, actually, he came home. Never mind. The Zealot, oh, wait, he's waiting for his buddy. That's all he's doing. This Overlord sees it too. Sees the second Zealot. All right, so at this point, we're making 2 sets of Lings. I really, oh, we already have. They're popping regardless. There should be enough Lings to do this thing. What? Oh, another Zealot's being made too back home. Maybe he wants to hit with all of them at the same time instead of trickling in one at a time. I can't necessarily say that I blame him for that. Forge on the way as well, just worried about Ling counterattacks, but these Lings are not interested, I don't think, in moving out. They know there are Zealots on the map. They know if they move out that the Zealots are going to move in. Ooh, but Soma, taking a bit of a risk here, decides to go ahead and move out anyway. What an interesting choice that is. I mean, there's a cannon back home. There's a Zealot holding the wall. It's like, man, if you Zealots aren't going to attack, then I'm going to send my Lings out. You made me make Lings. I'd rather these were drones. So here we go. Ooh, the cannon's not done. The cannon's not done. There's a tiny, tiny window in here. If Bob the Zealot moves out, it is all over. This gateway going down sure would suck. Alright, so the Zealots have to come out to deal with it, which means they're gonna die. Which means, but they bought time for the cannon finish. They didn't want to take too much damage onto the gateway, and it was a bunch of damage, but not too much, I guess, in that situation. So a lot of Lings, man. This Zealot trying to get stuff done? No, you're not. It's not going to happen. And at the end of the day, it's 16 to 19 workers. This really should be a drone-up time for Soma, but again, he's fairly non-standard. So what he wants to do is what he wants to do. And we're just all in his world at this point. Cybercore on the way. Ling's checking to make sure there's no proxies or anything weird happening up towards this direction. Maybe trying to see if it's open for a third base. A third base timing would be pretty good at this point, as Hydralisks are popping. Hydralisk speed on the way. This really feels like an aggressive as crap opening here for Soma. Yeah, he's looking. He's trying to see if there's anything else he needs to worry about out on the map, because those zealots that showed up were a bit of a surprise, as promised. 27 to 16. Boy, if this game is going to go much longer. I mean, either Soma needs to win with this, or he needs to do enough damage to Snow that the economy is about even. Because right now, 29 to 16 workers is a massive problem. He is not making drones. He's pumping Hydralisks. He's got his Lings. There's only one cannon, but there's a good number of Zealots. They don't have speed. So these are not speed lots. But looking the number of Lings out, that really makes Snow worried about this. So he's going to throw up another cannon. Production tab just says Hydralisks, man. I mean, this is a 16 drone. He's trying to hide his Hydras up here. Snow does not know what's out there. Will he prepare adequately? It kind of feels like he is. For whatever reason, he's sniffing this out in a way that I don't understand how he's doing it. He doesn't have any vision on the map at all. I guess he sees the number of Lings out here. He tries to catch the Zealots out away from the cannons. That does not work out for him. Alright, so the Hydras are going to jump on this thing. Going to take one of the cannons down. Zergling's taking cannon shots as two cannons are firing on him. The Hydras are trying to take down whatever they can at the same time here. Just kind of sitting back, trying to avoid taking shots. That cannon's going to die. Dragoon not super great against this many Hydralisks. And holy crap, did Soma just do this? Again, not over yet. We're still making 3 more cannons back here. But no! Snow taps out. And Soma wins game number 1 of our sneaky twofer. Oh man, what an absolutely sick play out of Soma. 16 drones, pumping Hydralisks with Lings. Come on over. Snow made way too many probes, skipped Zealot speed, didn't even have a Citadel of Adun yet, didn't have enough cannons to try to do this thing, and as a result, Soma just hit a perfect timing window, crushed everything, and gets the win. Oh, that was good. Again, Soma's going to surprise you. 4 kills on this one, 3 kills on this one, 2 on that one. Soma's going to surprise you. He will. So game 2 between these two players. I'm interested to see what's going to happen there. Third base coming up from Soma. But man, love this guy. Love this kid as a Zerg player. Snow just a little too greedy is what it is. Every race can die for being too greedy. This is not a Protoss thing, right? So game 2 coming up. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 of our sneaky twofer is here on Neo Electric Circuit. Top right, it is Soma. Bottom right, he's blue, and it is Snow. He's blue because he lost game 1, and blue because that is his color on this map. I've cast on this map a few times before. You get a real nice safe expansion here without gas. Just a ramp leading up from your main base. High ground, it's really nice, but there's a secret back door. If you can kill the side disruptor, it leads you right up to the secret safe base and into the main, so you have to watch out. Natural base. Kind of fairly easy to wall off here. Ugh, it's pretty big, though. Kind of feel like that favors Zerg. And Snow's going for it. Let's see how he walls off here. Protoss, watch and learn. Giant 4-player map. Wide open spaces here, good for surrounds, good for Zerg, and little narrow spaces that are good for Protoss. So, 12 o'clock base, 6 o'clock base. Wow, that is a very, very small base to expand to. We'll have to see if anybody tries taking that. Gateway expand, same as game 1, here from Snow. And yeah, going up the ramp here, someone's like, we'll go ahead and do a hatch first. Pretty darn safe. Ka-chunk. And everything is all cool. Anyway, as you can tell, the voice is basically back here. Hope you're enjoying that. The NPR cast is something I do, I don't know, but I feel like once every couple years, I just have this 2-week period of illness where I am just sick. In the past, it's officially been a sinus infection. But sometimes it's just this, where I'm sniffly and I lose my voice and I'm hacking up phlegm, and it's disgusting. And then 2 weeks later, I'm back. But it really takes me a while to get entirely back on my feet. But then I'm back. So I don't know. I'm no doctor. I don't know what's going on with my own body. You know, if I saw a doctor, maybe they'd have some answers for me. But at the same time, I just feel like it's bacterial. Or maybe viral. Even if it... whatever. I'm fighting it off anyway, just by getting plenty of rest, drinking tons of fluids, a lot of water, in addition to the Coke Zero that I'm drinking. There are a lot of bathroom trips throughout the day during these times, but yeah, trying to eat healthy, trying to sleep a little bit more, taking naps, right? And that seems to do it for me. Anyway, not that you guys care about the ins and outs of Falcon being sick and not, but here we are. Zealot coming up. Ooh, third hatch-a-rooney. Zealot's like, you what? You're just going to third hatch me right here? You cheeky. You're a cheeky Zerdyard. Is cheeky offensive? I'm actually going through this whole thing where it's like, are there words that I've taken for granted that are actually horribly offensive to a group of people? Because, I don't know, I haven't always had this attitude, but I really feel like at this point in my life, I don't get to decide what word is offensive to a group of people. Like, if there are millions of people who tell me that calling them this is offensive, it's offensive. The end. I don't get to decide that, you know? Some people might disagree, but I just think in a world where we need to treat each other with respect and kindness, calling somebody what they want to be called is not a difficult thing. That applies to a lot of different aspects in life. Let Probe do that. A little Probe Moonwalker here. He's dead, but, you know, that was pretty cool getting out of there anyway. I was going to say, that third base is early. Early as sin here. 3 Zealots moving out. Probably going to want some more Lings than this, and 2 sets more are in production, so that makes a lot of sense. Lair coming in as well. That's a pretty fast Lair. Third base might be in trouble, actually, if resources are going into lairs instead of, you know, Zerglings and stuff. Oh, the Zealot jukes here to avoid the surround out of snow are just sick. If this third base goes down, I don't know that Soma's in a ton of trouble, but it hurts nevertheless. Oh, the Zealots get back into the position where they can't be surrounded. It's impossible for them to get surrounded at all. They're covering each other too, so like one Zealot at a time, or one Zergling at a time can hit any of these Zealots. This is nuts. I'd throw down a Sunken here personally. Get a Creep Colony down, get a Sunken up, so that the Zealots can't stay in the general neighborhood and just just kill Lings like they're doing. Okay, one of the Zealots goes down. But, you know, they're just hanging around. They're threatening. I would honestly, rather than having, you know, 4 to 6 Lings here, just have a Sunken ready to go. But, you know what? Soma's way better than me. He's making the decisions that are right for him in this game. And I'm not going to backseat game him. Cybernetics Core finishes. Stargate ready, set, go! There is your Stargate. Things have arrived. Drone coming down, Spire on the way, so we're going to use Scourge to handle the Corsairs in this game rather than Hydralisks. As we see in other games, sometimes porque no los dos, as they say. Alright, so Zealot down, he had a couple kills. I mean, it's not like these Zealots are, like, winning everything right now. I'm not even sure if they even paid for themselves, to be honest, but they did kind of prevent the saturation of the space for a little bit of time. Ling's moving down. Again, lack of Hydralisk Den says we're not going to see a repeat of game number 1 where Soma tries to win this thing fast. It's just not how it's done. Macro Hatch coming up. I kind of love that play to kind of help wall off against further Zealot attacks if they come. Corsair in production. Citadel of Adun on the way. I feel like that's... Zealot speed is definitely going to come in. The question is if we can actually get DTs or not. And based on the fact that Scourge are a thing, first set of Scourge is on the way. Is that... Wow, that's another Macro Hatch. That's another Macro Hatch. Okay, that is a lot of the Macro Hatches here from Soma. He's got 3 hatches and 3 Macro Hatches. Just right here, which the Corsair sees and goes, oh... Okay. Oh, he's making Mutalisks. Alright. Remember how I said in game 1 that Soma can do things with Mutalisks I've never seen before against Terran? Can he do the same thing here against Snow in ways that I've never seen before? It doesn't seem possible, but I have in the past seen Zerg players sometimes handle Protoss with Mutalisks when the Protoss has Corsairs and stuff, which again boggles the mind. Templar Archives just now warping in from Snow at 7 minutes, which seems nuts to me. And it is DT. Alright, 1 DT on the way at least. I'm not sure if it's like going to be 10 DTs or anything, but probably won't be in fact. So, the Mutas get a couple probes, and then the Corsairs show up. And with good micro, because again, this is Snow we're talking about, the Mutas are in a lot of trouble, which means they are fleeing for their lives right now. I don't know. I just don't see the utility in these guys unless the Corsairs get wiped out by Scourge, and suddenly the Mutalisks are really good at doing things like picking off High Templar, which, again, I assume we're going to see High Templar today because that is how Protoss players roll if they can get up to that tech. In Game 1, not a possibility. Here in Game 2, it sure seems like it's more of a possibility. See, now look, the threat of the Scourge is a big deal. The Corsairs can kind of stay in range of the cannon a little bit. And, oh, there you go. Scourge get wiped out. The Corsairs now chase the Mutalisks away. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, Zealot's trying to come in here, but, oh, I mean, like, there's no Sunkens at all. Oh, boy. Well, the Overlords are obscuring our ability to see what's happening right now. Some of the Zealots get caught up, surrounded and murdered. Others of the Zealots, with the speed, are just going to try to kill as many drones as possible. This is a nice little Zealot run by, gotta say. Oh, yeah, that DT's a problem. That DT hits hard. Man, gets kills even with Mutalisks directly engaging there. Zealots come down all as well. It's 39 to 41 workers. These Zealots are still running around. The speed of sound. It actually takes a lot of hits from both Mutalisks and Hydralisks to kill these Zealots, man. It's got 3 kills. I'd say, what, three drones and a Zergling there, maybe? 2 drones and a Zergling. I can do basic math. Storm's on the way from Snow. 3rd base coming up. Safe location here from Snow as well. So, oh, did I not turn off Fog of War? You guys, don't be mad at me. It's back. Fog of War is back. All right. Sometimes I just don't notice, man. It is my blindness. My blindness comes into play. So now is a tricky thing, right? Do we keep making Corsairs because we feel like there's more and more Mutalisks coming out? There are not, by the way. Or do we stop making Corsairs because we feel like there's a ton of Hydras and we need more High Templar? Which, the smart thing right now. High Templar just finishing up. Storm finishing up here as well. If there was any attempt to break this with Hydras, it's pretty much over now that Storm is done. 4th base from Soma. Naked 4th at the 12 o'clock, man. I mean, this is nothing protecting it except for these Mutalisks. Which, I mean, will generally dissuade Zealots from doing their thing, but... See, this is... God, so many hits from so many Mutas. This is Zealot's job. He speed walks, power walks his way up to the north here to see if there's a base here at all, and there is. So he's going to come hide in a position where Lings can't dislodge him very easily. The Hydras have arrived, but once again, Storm is done, so I just don't... Also, there's a DT. Oh, that DT running for it. Overlord has speed. Chase that guy down. Chase him down. All right, so the Zealot gets killed by the Mutas. 4th base coming up quite nicely here from Soma. Things are fine, I think, from Soma. I really don't have a problem with what he's doing right now. He is macroing up hard. He's got his crazy macro hatches, which he's using. Going for them upgrades. Getting missile attacks. Getting a lurker aspect. Which, again, amazing until there's a ton of Dragoons out. And then suddenly not so amazing. So the Zealots are like, we have speed. We can engage with you straight up. The Hydras hate this. Understandably so. Overlord scouts to see if there's a 3rd base, and there is good information. The Mutas make a beeline for that base. There's only 1 cannon here, he says. How's about we take that down real easy? In about 4 volleys, bam, cannon down, a couple probes go down, and escaping before the Corsairs can arrive and murder all of us. So, again, we're really setting up for a bit more of a macro game here in game numero 2. High Templar snipe. 1 High Templar snipe in exchange for, like, all of the Mutalisks the ones that aren't dead are basically dead now as a result. So, Observatory coming in. Any sign of a Queen's Nest here from Soma at all? I do not see one, and I think that's a problem for the Zerg player. The composition we're seeing right now, Lurkers are not going to be super great against the Storm or these many charge lots with the 1/1 upgrade. I guess if the Hydras are supporting at the same time, like Hydra Lurker's going to be alright. Corsair is trying to get them free Overlord kills, but the Hydras seem to be everywhere in defending. Is he actually going to make... Oh, it's a free High Templar? No! Snow, you can't do that. Snow, friend. Can't be doing it, lads. Oh, boy. Alright. Continuing to fly around like crazy pants. Hydra's going after this forge. That's what you get for putting a forge in your wall, is what the Hydralisks say. The Zealots have something to say about that, though. In response, ooh, 2 dead Corsairs. Alright, so maybe, honestly, teching back into a few Mutalisks might not be too bad, honestly. I don't know. I mean, this pressure's okay out of Soma, but it's not exactly winning or anything. There is a hive on the way from Soma now. Some lurkers coming in, but it's not like we're making 20 lurkers or anything. It's 3. Zealot trying to make some good trades here. Actually kill his own gateway in order to get out here because he knows the lurkers are coming, and Dragoons are your best answer to those suckers, especially, again, with the 1/1 upgrades. 2/1 upgrades for the Hydras, though, is pretty fantastic. Nice Storm. Really nice Storm here. Oh, okay, again. Is it... Masterclass in Storm, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're looking at right now out of Snow. It's not that it's incredibly hard, but holy smokes, look at this giant swath of Lings and Hydras coming down here. I mean, this is a 4-basing, 3 macro-hatch Soma right now. Archon's in the mix, getting microed exceptionally well. Nice snipe on that lurker, though. Zealots are willing to throw their lives away to make sure that a lurker dies in this situation. There's a whole bunch of overlords in the middle of the map. Is that a bad rally? I mean, why are they there? I guess they know there aren't any Corsairs to worry about. So the problem here for Snow is that he needs another base, and getting out of here seems to be extremely difficult for him. Adrenal Glands is on the way from the Zerg. I mean, he's just... He's working on more lurkers. Does he have a Defiler Mound? Someone does not have a Defiler Mound, which I find a little interesting. Like, a Defiler Mound completely negates a lot of what the Dragoons are doing here. Continuing to jump on, but the Zealots are engaging with the Zerglings. It's exactly what you want here if you're Snow. You have the good upgrades. Zerglings have no upgrades for their attack at all. They got a couple armor, which is nice, but... And Defiler Mound is now on the way here. It must have started the Defiler Mound when I was complaining about it. So Soma going for that. Beautiful Storm placement, not catching his own Zealots. Really only killing the Zerglings. That is so much Zerg blood on the ground. For sure. Archons, 3 kills. That's so much Zerg, though, dead. Is Snow breaking out? Is he making the most of this push? Right, he needs to make the most of this push. Because it feels like Soma's macro is insane. Yeah, see that another big, huge swath. Oh, good snipes on those observers. The lurkers are going to be amazing now. Much better now than they would otherwise be with detection, obviously. Another base is done for Soma. And we're still just 3 basing it here for Snow. Can he break out? He's up 123 to 109 supply at 16 minutes. I like what he's doing, but man, Soma's doing a pretty good blend of Lings and Hydras. A single lurker sidles up to the left side. There's a couple lurkers here, but not really accomplishing a ton right now in this battle, other than making Snow a little bit more worried to move out than he otherwise should be. 10 kill Archon, feeling pretty strong. Probably, you know, probably a couple High Templar that got morphed into that thing, but stealing some of their kills is this Archon. Man, have I told you before, if you haven't yet, I would recommend you go watch the Legacy of the Void cinematic trailer for StarCraft 2. You probably hate StarCraft 2, I get that. I'm just telling you, as a Protoss fan, if you ever wanted to see some awesome Protoss versus Zerg stuff, I would highly, highly, highly recommend the Legacy of the Void cinematic. It's great. Like, I don't main Protoss. I have no particular love for Protoss, but it makes me want to play Protoss. Alright. So, 148 to 122 total supply. It's just, again, the sheer number of bases here. The sheer amount of larva. Soma's macro and ability to spend his cash is some of the best we have in the world, I feel like. He's just brutal. He's brutally efficient in spending this cash. Like, you'll notice that Snow's floating about 1,000 minerals. I don't know that I've seen Soma do that once today at all. He's just constantly producing. Constantly hotkeying. Oh, this base is toast. Adrenal glands with one upgrade. Man, one attack upgrade. That's all it takes. Snow is in trouble here. I don't know how else to say this, except for the fact that there are no defilers on the field right now from Soma. So that's a little bit interesting. Scrappy. I mean, this has just been such a scrappy play. This is a storm drop if I've ever seen one. And I'm pretty sure. Oh, that hurt. I'm pretty sure this is not. There you go. You have another storm, buddy? No. No. And Snow has left the game. Wow. GG there. Yeah, I mean, once his fourth base couldn't get established, and once the storm drop didn't do as much as he wanted it to and got completely sniffed out, the Scourge destroyed the shuttle. Soma's macro was just too, gosh darn much. Just too much. So a 2-0 in our sneaky twofer here today between these two players, and what a beautiful display from Soma this was. Again, I feel like Snow is the more accomplished player, but the stuff that has been able to be accomplished here by Soma against him is insanity. Man. Whew. All right. So, I don't know. I kind of felt like Snow would show a little bit better here, but this is for you, Zerg fans. 19-minute game. Storm, no big deal. Just throwing 2/2 Hydras at it. All the livelong day. Couple Lurkers. Got Adrenal Gland Lings. No Ultralisks. And no Defilers made? I didn't even see Consume get researched, so I assume he didn't make any Defilers. Wow. Man. Soma. I need to cast more of your games, I feel like. All right, hit that like button if you enjoyed this sneaky twofer. Let's check out the final score, and we'll wrap this thing up. 141,000 points for Soma, 134 for Snow. Look at the production. 500 to 200, outproduced 5-2. The Zerg player dead. He's going to do this, right? Zerg player, any Zerg player is going to do this. But that's why a 3-to-1 kill-death ratio for Soma is not a big deal, because he outproduced 5-2. Basic, simple math. Even I can do that. Structures raised, irrelevant in this stage, and then just outgassed mined, out minerals mined, and outspent by 5,000 resources in 19 minutes. That's all you got to do, man. You just have to outmacro the crap out of your opponent, keep them contained for a while, prevent their fourth base, dodge the storms, eat the storms, reproduce units all over the place, get upgrades going, expand a bunch. I mean, it's a lot to ask for anybody, but Soma was up to the task today and got it done. So, beautiful job by him, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a CasterMuse cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.